We kept missing each other because we definitely have different schedules. You were at the university last night till very late.
Yeah, I had a class till 10 p.m.
Insane. So I want you to take our listeners back to the beginning of the story because you were born in Nigeria. What was life like there for you?
Okay, thanks for having me, Amy. So life for me in Nigeria was pretty interesting. I was born in Jos, Nigeria, in the north central part of Nigeria, and then in 2015, my family moved to Abuja, the capital of Nigeria. So I left primary school, that is a elementary school in Nigeria, when I was in grade 3, and I was able to get into grade 7 through the common entrance exam. And I completed secondary school back in Nigeria in 2020 during the COVID pandemic when I wrote the West African Secondary School Certificate exam.
Right. And that in Canada is quite young. So you arrived here. You were how old?
So when I arrived in Canada, I was 15. That was back in December of 2021.
Right. And turned your eyes to the university.
Yes. So I actually applied to the University of Windsor before I came to Canada,
right?
Because I knew my family had plans of moving to Canada.
Now, take me back when you were 14 and realizing you were setting your sights on a university. When did you realize that was young for people here in Canada?
I realized that was young when I was applying to the university because usually to apply to the university, I believe you have to use the OUAC portal. But I couldn't register on the portal because of my date of birth was invalid. It said I had been born in 2003 or 2004.
Yeah.
So I couldn't register on the portal. But the University of Windsor has a portal where you can apply through. That's not the OUAC, but the condition for using that is you only be applying to the University of Windsor that's the only university you'll be applying to in Ontario for that academic year. And I knew that because I wanted to start in the winter semester of 2022, I wouldn't be applying to any other school in Ontario. So I applied through that portal and I was able to get on.
Yeah.
So that was when I knew that most people in Canada apply to get into university around 17, 18.
Yeah. What was your response to that? Were you surprised?
No, I wasn't surprised because even back home, like the average age for going to university is around 17, 18, sometimes 16.
Right. But you had skipped some grades because you were just that smart at that age.
Well, I skipped those grades because of the support I received from my parents.
Yeah. Why were you interested in taking computer science? You started in business, right?
Yeah, so I didn't start I didn't start university in business, but I applied to the University of Windsor to study business.
Right.
However, I only did general mathematics in secondary school. I didn't do further mathematics. And I believe one of the conditions for getting into business, the specialization of business I wanted to get into, was to have 2 mathematics courses on my WIEC certificate. But I only had one, and then I received an alternative admission to the general computer science program at the university.
Right. And that was good for you because you've not only done well in that program, you've actually thrived. Because the reason we heard about you is because you received a grant. Tell me about your project and how the $5,000 that you received is going to help.
So my project, I actually started working on my project in the epicenter at the University of Windsor, and I currently work part-time at the epicenter. So my project is a platform that is dedicated to helping grade 12 students who are going into university and are interested in a tech career to find a career that's most suitable for them based off their personal interest. And the grant is gonna be beneficial because it will help me to kickstart this project. I started working on this project back in May of 2023 at the epicenter. And then when I saw the opportunity for the Tomorrow Leader starting out by NCIP, I thought it was, I noticed it met the criteria for application, and I thought that, okay, it was a good way to continue working on the project.
How would that, or what you're trying to create, have helped you?
So it would have helped me in the sense that it would let me know that, so coming from being a liberal arts student, doing subjects like literature, government, history back in secondary school, and then now going towards the tech career, it would have helped me figure out ways that I could combine my previous experience in secondary school as well as my personal interest to find a suitable career for myself.
What's in the future for you?
So right now I'm looking forward to graduation, and then also open to the opportunities that are after that.
A master's, perhaps?
Yes, so I'm looking towards getting a master's in entrepreneurship and innovation.
Excellent. Well, we hope you stick around Windsor and provide your skills set for people here. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Amy.
Talking to Richard Nonso. He is a computer science major at the University of Windsor. He just received a grant. You can read that story on our website, cbc.ca/Windsor, or the CBC News app. He was just 15 years old when he enrolled at the University of Windsor.